This week in our NIST 800-53 control family overview, we are looking at system and communications protection. This is a control family that really looks to establish strict perimeters, filters, encryption requirements to keep your data or your organization's data private, unaltered, and verifiable. Really what we're talking about is the CIA.
You're kidding.
I am kidding. That's not the CIA we're talking about. This is the CIA we're talking about. The confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Confidentiality, so keeping things private. Only those who should see it can see it. Integrity. The data, information, or systems have not been altered by an unauthorized source. Availability. It's there when you need it. There are no access issues. And typically when we're talking about system or communications within your organization, we're talking about the data associated with those interactions. And data has three different stages in a security or organizational mindset. Data at rest, data that is stored somewhere and not actively moving or being used. For example, like a hard drive or a database, backups stored in the cloud. We have data in transit, or often referred to as data in motion. That's data that's moving from one place to another, over a network, between devices, or again, on the cloud. We have data in use. That's data that you're currently using or is in process for yourself as you're working on applications or within the system of your organization. When it comes to this security control family of system and communications protection, I think of a castle.
Bye-bye, boys!
Have fun storming the castle!
On that castle, you might have a drawbridge, perhaps a moat underneath, filled with crocodiles or sharks with laser beams or something like that. That's that first line of defense, that bordering perimeter that controls what has even access to the very front of your operations, the very front of your castle, that front line of defense, as it were. Within the castle, maybe you have archers up on top and foot soldiers in the main area there. The different areas of the castle are segmented. Oftentimes, the further you get interior into that castle, the more sensitive the areas are. What do I mean by that? I mean, maybe your king and queen and royal family, when your castle is under attack, is segmented into an interior or a secluded room surrounded by the royal guard, just focused on protecting that one specific imperative unit amongst the entirety of the castle. And in this control family, much like my castle analogy, you have separation and isolation, varying levels depending on its sensitivity, low, moderate, or high. You might segment or separate non-security functions from security functions, or hardware enforced or software enforced separation within your system, within your network. This control family also establishes that layered protection, as it were, within your system, within your network and organization. It is filled with steps and requirements for how to properly protect your system and your organization within that CIA, that confidentiality, integrity, and availability that is so important for an organization. It does this by using cryptography and encryption to secure data in transit. There's session authenticity, decoys, and misdirection techniques. Control SC24 even outlines having systems fail to a known and predetermined state rather than just scattered puzzle pieces when having to restart or return your business to operational mode after a system failure. It is these sets of defenses designed to protect your digital infrastructure from threats, both internal and external. And it really showcases how layered and proactive security needs to be. It's not just one thing, it's many things working together to secure your organization.